Yeah, what's up YouTube? It's your boy RJ back at you again. Alright y'all, so I just ran across this video because I have been playing Marvel Rivals a lot and a bunch of stuff has been going on, like with the triple support thing and all the other stuff, and just the fact that your teammates don't even want to play the game for real. They just sometimes they just want to throw your matches, your rank matches. But anyway, I found this video by Kodulak, I think that's how you say it, I don't know, but it's called Marvel Rivals. The state of this game is sad. But yeah, you already know what y'all gotta do. Hit like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and yeah, let's get straight into it.
What's up, guys? It's Kyle here, back again for another video. And
oh, cool, I said it right.
I'm actually tired of making videos about how bad this game is. And
yes.
like, it's not even like I'm trying to be negative, but there's like always something to talk about. With the support situation, with the community.
Oh yeah, I don't know what's wrong, bro. The support situation is crazy. You either have a team, and like there's either like two people that don't want to be healers at all. So you left with you're possibly left with 5 DPS and one tank, or you're left with nothing, but you just got a whole roster of DPS. Or if there's one person that he barely heals you, and especially if he don't like the fact that, and if that person don't like the fact that you took their main because they're one trick, they decide not to heal you, so you just constantly die in the whole battle. Or you become a healer and there's another healer on your team, and then once the game ends, you end up with 15,000 heals, and this dude end up with 2,000. What are we doing? Why do I have 15,000 heals versus you having 2,000 heals? What's going on? I don't know, but this player base is just crazy, and then the players in the game is just toxic. If you don't do what they say, or you don't do it the way, or if you don't play the way they think you should play, or you don't play with the character that they think you should play with, and they don't like the fact that you're playing with such and such a character, they want to throw your games. Or sometimes people are just so crazy that they just will literally throw your game for no reason. I literally maybe a couple days ago, I was in a ranked match. It was me. I think I was Daredevil or Moon Knight. No, or Bucky. I can't remember one of them. But we had a black one on our team. That person's name was Just Overdue. And yes, I'm saying their name, their gaming tag. Don't care. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know, man. My bad, y'all. I got distracted. But that person literally just jumped in our game and didn't do anything. He didn't get any kills. He didn't die. He didn't even die. He didn't get no assists or anything. It's like he literally was just in there just to throw the game for no reason. But yeah, that's just how I feel on it pretty much. But yeah, I'm gonna let bro talk about it.
With the tanks, with the DPS, and like, let's just be real, bro.
Nobody wants to tank either.
If NetEase doesn't do something, like if they don't change something about the game, I don't even know what.
One thing, I'm gonna be honest, I'm sorry for pausing y'all, we only like 34 seconds in, but one thing that I feel that would possibly help, but I'm already knowing that players are not gonna like it, and it's probably gonna draw a lot of players out. Roll queue. Make it to where you have to have 2 tanks, or you have to have at least 2 DPS on your team, or even if you don't do that with the tanks and DPS, make it where you have to have 2 DPS or 2 tanks. You can run 4 DPS or 4 or 3 or 2 or 1 DPS and 3 tanks, but at least make it to where you have like a roll queue thing, where somebody on your team has to be a healer. Make it to where you have to have healers no matter what, because otherwise you can't play the game.
What they would start with, but if they don't change something, this game's not gonna go anywhere. And like I've been saying, like I've been trying to defend this game. I've been trying to say, like, man, just give it time, just give it a little space, let people take their breaks, let people just kind of just let the game grow on its own. And I get like every game has like its hard spots, but man, this is unbearable. Like, for those of you who are still playing the game, I don't even get how y'all doing it. Like,
I
I
don't either,
cannot
gang.
imagine.
Bro, I don't either. But it's not it's not easy still playing this game, bro. But when it's kind of like the only game you kind of gotta play, kind of able to play, or you really want to play right now, then you gotta just stick it out, gang. You just have to.
Sitting on this game for hours on end on ranked, because I know you're not playing quick play, because that's even worse. But on ranked,
Yes, it is.
just constantly playing with people who are nagging and just whining and then giving up, and then you got the community who just got all these bad takes, then you got these streamers who got even worse takes, and then they influence the community itself, and it's like, man, bro, this game is just bad. Like, and I've never seen a community like this. I don't know what to even say about it. I've never seen a community that's so adamant on like destroying itself. Y'all are driving off your own like player base. That's ridiculous to say that, but you guys are actually driving away your own player base. And like, and everybody has a role to play in this. Like, the people who are being toxic and ranked, who are bad at the game, by the way, but who are still being toxic, you guys play just as much of a role as the company itself. Yeah, they haven't added a strategist in I don't even know how many seasons at this point, but like, the people who are nagging about supports being bad, the people who are nagging about the triple DPS, the triple support, and then even just the solo tanking, it's just like, this game is just like, it's weird. It's like, it's always something, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just really, and it's never been a, like, I'm trying to think, since the first season, I don't think it's been a single time where there hasn't been somebody complaining about something. Like, and it gets to a point, like, and I know other content creators are feeling this way. Y'all are making videos about like, oh, what can we do to make strategists better? I even made a video not too long ago, probably like a couple weeks back, talking about supports you can add to the game, and like ways you can like add supports into the game with like unique kits.
But at the rate they're going, they're probably not even gonna add the support to the game till like sometime next year.
But the thing is though, like, I'm just gonna be real. This is me being completely honest. If they don't change how supports function in this game, and like just the damage and like the way that healer ultimates are like done, it don't matter who they add. Because if they aren't a main healer, they're going to be kicked to the side. If they're not Invisible Woman, Cloak and Dagger, or Luna Snow, they're going to be pushed to the side. Y'all see what they did to Loki. Like, that's even more tragic. Like, he's buns, and the DPS players are clapping about that. I don't even care anymore though. Like, that's how over this I am, bro. Like, it's not even fun. It ain't even fun to really talk about. And yeah, we can go on the creator side and be like, oh, everybody just talks about this stuff for the views, for the clicks, for the attention. Yeah, whatever. Okay, that's part of it. But also, it's like, all of this has been done to death. There's really nothing left to say. Like, all of y'all, this goes for everybody. There is nothing left to say. The ball is completely in NetEase's court. Whatever they do with whatever characters that get added is completely on them. However, the game got to be changed somewhere. Wherever they choose to start, who knows? But everything is throwing to people in this game. When it comes to rank, everybody is a thrower. Everybody, oh, if you're not doing this, you're throwing. Or if you're not doing, like, and that's the thing, at the end of the day, this is a game. Like, this is a game, bro. Like, this is a game, and you have to play ranked like it's a job. If you're not doing certain stuff, you're not even allowed to have fun. And I know, like, some people, winning is fun.
My bad, job.
You know, like, that's not even my point. I'm just saying, like, you can't even play the roster that NetEase put into the game. Like, is that not crazy? You can't play the characters they put in the game. Like, that is crazy. I was gonna make a whole video talking about Adam Warlock because he was gonna be one of my prime examples, because I was gonna continue the series about the boring, like, mechanics of characters. Adam Warlock you and y'all can. I know a lot of people gonna be in the comments like, oh, he's really good in triple support, or he's really strong character if you like use him in the right setting. Cool, but that's not what I'm saying. If he gets dove, he can't do anything. Like that's just straight up. If he gets dove, he can't do anything. He can heal himself twice. They gave him a primary fire and a secondary fire after they realized that they messed him up, and they gave it the ability so he can get his.
But to me, one of my criticisms with Adam Warlock is almost every other support has some sort of like escape ability or movement ability. Cloak and dagger with with cloak, he can literally cloak himself out. Just Luna Snow ability, just Luna Snow in general with her ice skating ability, she kind of can escape, or she can use, or like if somebody's like trying to like chase after her or whatever, if you have good aim, you can freeze them and get away. Let's see. Ultron has like a little dash that you can somewhat get away from. Like Loki has his invisibility. Dang, I can't talk. Invis has her invisibility. Although now you do have Daredevil that can still see her when she's invisible. Almost every and then Jeff with his swim ability. Almost every single support has some sort of movement ability or some sort of way to get away, or something that they can use to defend themselves. Adam Warlock doesn't really have anything. I see why some people say he's not really that good, because he don't have a movement ability. He's slow. Like, he moves slow for one thing, and then it's simply just he don't have a movement ability. That's one big thing I feel like it is.
His heals back faster. So the more hits he gets with his secondary fire, which is a burst, he gets his heals back faster. And if he hits a headshot with his primary, then he also gets it back faster. But other than that, you can't get out of dive. So if you use him, you're pretty much cooked. And like the weird part about Adam Warlock, here's the sucky part. If he was in a different game, like if he was in Overwatch, he would probably be a crazy character. But because he's in a game that's essentially like built around you just having to heal 24/7, he's bad. And you know he's bad because they gave him an ultimate that's essentially built off the fact that he can't heal his teammates fast enough. The only reason he can bring himself and other people back from the dead is because mechanically, NetEase knew that the healing that he was doing was not going to be enough to sustain like fights for long term. Like they knew that. They built him with that design. Mm-hmm. And like for all of you also, and I'm talking about the characters dropping, like the order of how the characters have been dropping so far. For all of you who've been repeating the fact that, oh, NetEase is just dropping characters in a specific order because they've made this order like a year ahead of time or blah, blah, blah. Dude, you telling me, and I know other people have reiterated the same point, but I'm just going to say it again for those who haven't heard it. It makes no sense for that company to have dropped this amount of characters, this amount of DPS characters in that sort of order. Like, you dropped all those DPSs and you thought that was a good idea for the game's health? Like, no way. That was a complete, and if they did, that was a complete oversight. And you can't say it was story-wise, because the Fantastic Four came out during a Dracula season, and then Blade came out during the Phoenix season. Which doesn't even make sense. But like, this game is just dead. Not even on top of like, that's to go on top of like what's already happening like with the game, with the devs, but like you guys are also killing it. Like the community is killing this game. And I hate to be like like this game's dying. I'm not gonna say it's dying numbers wise, because people like Marvel. Like at the end of the day, like that's what people like. People like Marvel, people like superheroes, people like playing their favorite characters. That's just the nature of the genre. However, the community is buns. Like y'all are moving up to Call of Duty tiers, like if not higher, in terms of how buns this community is. I've never seen so many people just constantly complaining, bro. And nobody can agree on anything. Nobody can agree on anything at all. It's just like, what do you do? And then you got them dropping this Marvel Zombies. I'm not gonna lie, that stuff, I wanted to say this when I first saw it, but it looks buns. I'm not gonna lie, it looks buns. It looks like they threw some content together to say that they made it, and it looks kind of mid. I know some people are gonna be like hype, like, oh look, they added these different abilities. And like, dude, like, are we being for real? It looks buttons. It looks like they slapped some stuff together and he said here. This game is, there's a lot of things wrong with this game, and I'm just gonna say this. This even includes like the battle passes. This game is leeches money, and I know it's free to play, but they throw skins and throw battle passes at you, and then people digest it like it's content when that's not the case at all. It's not. That's not content, bro. That's just busy work. This season is dry. Daredevil is a cool character. I love his design. I think he's really cool, despite the whole burst damage that he can do, whatever. I don't really care about how broken he is, because at the end of the day, a lot of stuff in this game is broken. But I think he's very well designed. I think Daredevil is an example of what happens when they lock in. But a lot of characters in this game just feel like placeholders. Like Adam Warlock is a placeholder. It's like, that's the type of character who's in the game because they needed another support to put into the game. Like they needed to reach a certain quota for the numbers. Like that's how it feels, at least. That's how it felt with Ultron. It's just like a lot of these characters are half made. They're half baked. And that goes for a lot of these hybrid characters. A lot of like these hybrid characters that people like to glaze so much for being like mechanically different. I feel like those are just half-baked characters that they couldn't decide to stick in like one role, and they just like threw them in a main role when that wasn't even supposed to be what they were in. This is like everything. I don't even know, bro. I'm just ranting, bro. This is a rant video. But like I'm just so tired, bro. And I just been bouncing back between GM, but like it's not even fun. I try something new, I drop a little low, and then I just go back to what I was doing and I climb again. Like that's the loop. That's the game. And like people who are defending this, like you guys are part of the problem. And then these streamers, I can't stand some of these streamers, not all of them, because some of them are cool, but there's specific ones, y'all know who I'm talking about, who make these tier lists that only reflect their perspective of the game, that reflect like the top 500, because you know when you're a content creator and you don't like address the entire community and you only reflect what you play and what your lobbies look like and what your high, because a lot of these dudes are good at the game, I'm not gonna lie. People are, if you're good at the game, you're gonna be in high elo lobbies, and that's what you're gonna say is your experience. But if you're not showing what every like tier of the game looks like, then you're not really being authentic when it comes to these rankings. But y'all take these streamers' words as like the Bible. Like I had people in my comment section talking about, and I'm not gonna say who, because like I that's weird, but like y'all talking about other content creators in my comment section. I don't care, bro. If you really want to go watch them, bro. I'm not here to glaze. I'm not here to give them credit. I'm not here to defend anybody, bro. Whatever. If you want to go watch them, go watch them. My thing is being real, because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be real at the end of the day. That's what a lot of y'all favorite content creators aren't going to do. I'm going to be real and tell you what's wrong with the game. I'm not going to sit here and hold your hand and be like, oh, if they just do this and this and this, oh, the game would just be fixed. No, the truth is, this game is going to be cooked until they decide to actually address stuff that's problematic within the community. That includes people who talk trash, that includes voice chat, that includes anybody who's just going around and doing whatever they want inside these lobbies, especially when it comes to throwing and ranked. It's just like they're
bro, and they need to add longer penalties for people who throw the game. Like if you're Like if you're not doing good on a certain character and then you switch to somebody like a Black Widow or a character that, or a character that you don't have time on, or you haven't spent time playing, and you use that character in order to throw the game, when your teammates or the people, or when your teammates report you at the end of the game, they should get a longer penalty. They should get like a month away from playing ranked. They should get like 2 to 3 months away from playing ranked to let them know, like, hey, look, this is not like what you did. The fact that you're trying to throw other people game and keep people from having fun is not going to stand. So unless you clean up your act, you're not going to play the game again, and you have 3 months away until you get your act together.
There's a lot of stuff, and it's not just the content in the game, but it's the people who dwell within it as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just a lot of stuff wrong. And like the community can't agree on anything, like, and that's just how it's been, you know. And I get that everybody has their own opinion of how things should be. That's how it should be. There's always should be.
You know, it's funny watching this video. I didn't even know that you could do that. As Wolverine, like as Wanda is in her, you can literally stop it by kidnapping her. That's actually good to know. I didn't know that.
Communication on both sides when it comes to that, but like it's just annoying. The games, it's fun to play, but it's not fun to play.
Yeah.
Like you ever have something that you want to work, but no matter how much you play it, it just don't, and you just try to force it to work. That's how this game feels. That's the experience of playing this game on a daily. And yeah, that's all I gotta say for this video. This was just my rant.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you guys like the content, just tap that like button and subscribe. I'm trying to. All
right, y'all. Dope video about my boy CapCut. Yo, yeah, the player base and the current state of Marvel Rivals is crazy. You're like, at the end of the day, if it just keep getting like this, where you got plenty of people in your ranked games throwing your matches, and people who don't want to listen, and people who don't want to play the game the right way it's supposed to be played, and then the fact that all these players or listen to all these content creators they're straight, like they're just gods, and they know exactly what they're talking about. Like they're the one created the game, they the one, like they played every single character in the game and learned every single part of their kit when they haven't. It's just crazy to me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you want more, y'all already know what y'all gotta do. Like I just said, hit the subscribe button. But other than that, I'm gonna catch y'all next one. Being Barge, and I'm up out of here. Deuces.